Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel, Wrestling with Books, where today I have, whoa, they're falling, because we have a Star Wars book haul. My husband went to our local thrift shop and found all of these Star Wars books to bring home to me. So I'm gonna show you what we got after I try to get some sort of thumbnail with these guys. Yeah. Okay, let's put these down and let me tell you a little bit about Star Wars books and the ones we got today. So the ones I already have are on this one shelf, but we're already ready for shelf number 2, so that is great. But why Star Wars? Why Star Wars books? Because I've said on this channel many times that since I live in an apartment, I don't collect a lot of physical books, and that I read primarily ebooks. So why do I get these Star Wars books? And one, the books are really good. So everybody had their thing that they adapted during the pandemic, and for me it was reading Star Wars books. I found them very immersive and that you are in a whole new universe. The second thing that is fun about Star Wars books is that they're pretty endless. And when Star Wars books first were created, they were, you know, approved by George Lucas and the like as being a canon book. And by canon, that means that it is a book that this is not just fanfic. This is what happens in the universe. Then Star Wars was bought by Disney, and rather than allowing the predetermined canon to exist, Disney said, no, we're gonna make our own canon and our own books and our own universe for Star Wars. Everything else, that's not canon anymore, and they now call it Legends. So let me see if I have a book that has a Legends banner on it. I do. So this book showing Legends on it is how I know that this is one of the pre-canon books that Disney has re-released. Then if you look at some others, I'll have to check the date on this one just to be sure that it is not Disney, but you look here, there is no Legends banner on it. So this is a book that came out and was published before the Disney release. So that's part of the fun hunt of these books as to whether you're finding it pre or post Legends. And I do read the Disney canon books as well. I don't just look for one canon over another. And one of these books I got recently and didn't share, so I'll bring this over too. So actually another one too. Let me just pull all the ones you haven't seen yet. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take each book that I got and read the blurb about it, because the Star Wars universe, thanks to these books, has become so expansive that I can't even begin to know all of the characters, so I'm not even gonna pretend to try. This one my brother purchased for me from bookshop.org, and what's unique about Dooku Jedi Lost by Kevin Scott is that it's a script. This is not a traditionally written book. I believe it was primarily released as an audiobook, and Dooku is Qui-Gon's, you know, Qui-Gon was Dooku's Padawan. Dooku was Qui-Gon's Jedi Master, and in some of these Disney books, Master and Apprentice, you get some real fun insights into that. What I'm laughing at is that even in this book, they have to say, Star Wars Dooku Jedi Lost is a work of fiction. Named places and incidents either are products of the author's imagination or are used fictitiously. Any resemblance to actual events, locales, or persons living or dead is entirely coincidental. Like, that's just crazy that this world is that crazy that in a Star Wars book you have to have a disclaimer that this isn't real. I mean, I'm looking around as if there's audience members who I could be like, right, but I'm just dying. Okay, so Darth Tyrannus, Count of Sereno, leader of the Separatists, a red saber unsheathed in the dark. But who was he before he became the right hand of the Sith? As Dooku courts a new apprentice, the hidden truth of the Sith Lord's past begins to come to light. So this is obviously pre-episode 1. Dooku's life began as one of privilege, born within the stony walls of his family's estate, orbited by the funeral moon where the bones of his ancestors lie interred. But soon his Jedi abilities are recognized and he is taken from his home to be trained in the ways of the Force by the legendary Master Yoda. As he hones his power, Dooku rises through the ranks, befriending fellow Jedi Sifo Dyas and taking a Padawan of his own, the promising Qui-Gon Jinn, and tries to forget the life that he once led. But he finds himself drawn by a strange fascination with the Jedi Master Lini Kostana and the mission she undertakes for the Order, finding and studying ancient relics of the Sith in preparation for the eventual return of the deadliest enemies the Jedi have ever faced. Caught between the world of the Jedi, the ancient responsibilities of his lost home, and the alluring power of the relics, Dooku struggles to stay in the light, even as the darkness begins to fall. So, on the back here, it's very clear that this is a Disney publication, but this still sounds super great. I love both the pre and post Disney books. And now we just get more versions and more stories, and it's just a lot of fun. This one I found at my local thrift store, and so you know, it was cheap, so I took it. I love to find them as like a hunt used, and this is more of a middle grade Star Wars books, but this looks to be the people we met in Rogue One, and it's about Baze Malbus and Chirrut Imwe. Excuse me for my pronunciations of everybody. I'm not going to pretend I'm saying them right, but we're just going to roll with it. Used to be guardians of the Wills, who looked after the Kyber Temple on Jeddah and all those who worshiped there. Then the Empire came and took over the moon. The temple was sealed and the people scattered. Now Baze and Chirrut do what they can to resist the Empire and protect the people of the Holy City, but it never seems to be enough. When a man named Saw Gerrera arrives with grand plans to take down the Empire, it seems like the perfect way for Baze and Chirrut to make a real difference and help the people of Jeddah. But will it come at too great a cost? So I love reading the young adult and middle grade Star Wars books because they're easy to follow, easy to understand, and help you just really get a good grasp of the characters when you may not have that, you know, already. So if you're kind of newer to Star Wars, or for example, I have not seen all of, or really much of any of the Clone Wars. So a lot of characters in the books are still really new to me. So this one comes back from Borders Books days, and you can see it has a Lucas book emblem on it, and you know, I really like that. And this is Star Wars Legacy of the Force. My husband literally just came home with all these that he got from a thrift store near us, and I did not even get to take off stickers yet or anything. I was just delighted. So you can see we have two of our originals on the cover, and it's Legends of the Fourth Exile by Aaron Alston. And here we go. With each victory against the Corellian rebels, Jacen Solo becomes more admired, more powerful, and more certain of achieving galactic peace. But that peace may come with a price. Despite strained relationships caused by opposing sympathies in the war, Han and Leia Solo and Luke and Mara Skywalker remain united by one frightening suspicion. Someone insidious is manipulating this war, and if he or she isn't stopped, all efforts at reconciliation may be for naught. And as sinister visions lead Luke to believe that the source of the evil is none other than Lumia, Dark Lady of the Sith, the greatest peril revolves around Jacen himself. So I'm digging this Dark Lady of the Sith. You know, I want to know more about that. And then here we have Dark Nest 1, The Joiner King by Troy Denning. And we have an aging Han Solo on this one. And this one is also has that great Lucas book emblem on it. And this story tells, Luke Skywalker is worried. A handful of Jedi Knights, including his nephew and niece, Jaina and Jacen Solo. So in this canon universe, or previous canon universe, excuse me, of Legends, Han and Leia had twins. Jaina and Jacen Solo have disappeared into the unknown regions in a response to a strange cry for help that only they could hear. Now the alien Chiss have angrily lodged a formal complaint accusing the missing Jedi of meddling in a border dispute between the Chiss and an unidentified aggressor. Luke has no choice but to head to the unknown regions for serious damage control. Han and Leia follow, intent on protecting their children from what could be grave danger. But none of them are prepared for what they find when they reach their destination. A colony of mysterious aliens is expanding toward the edge of Chiss space. The leader of the alien nest is resolute. Adept in the Force, he is drawing old friends to his side, compelling them to join the colony and meld the Force abilities with his, even if it leads to all-out war. This one has a nice green cover, nice St. Patty's Day cover, and then there's an exclusive story in here. I think Star Wars used to do like magazines that would have short stories in them. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, please. I wonder if this is gonna have Mara Skywalker in it. So this is a Timothy Zahn book, and he still writes for Star Wars and Star Wars books. This is Survivor's Quest. So you can see Luke on the cover. He's on the side as well, and we have some stormtroopers here on the back, and this has the special story Fool's Bargain included into it. And this is Mara Jade Skywalker. All right, so we have, after 50 years, the remains of Outbound Flight, a pioneering Jedi expedition viciously destroyed by the alien warlord Thrawn, have been found on the planet Neuron. The beings who reside there wish to turn over to the New Republic the remnants of the doomed mission. Accepting the gesture will mean a long voyage into the treacherous cluster of stars, where the thousands of souls aboard the Outbound Flight vessel met their grim fate. Embarking on the strange and solemn journey, Luke and Mara Jade Skywalker are unaware that the gravest danger lies within the derelict walls of Outbound Flight itself. As the marooned Hulk yields up stunning revelations and unexpected terrors, Luke and Mara find all they stand for, and their very existence brutally challenged. The ultimate test will be surviving the death trap carefully laid by foes who are legendary for their ruthlessness and determined to complete the job Thrawn began, exterminating the Jedi. So this includes two characters that were really popular due to the books, and that's Thrawn and Mara Jade, and we have seen them, you know, expand further from there. I think you guys will like this next cover as well. This one actually is, this is book 1, this is book 3 of a series, so now we're just missing 2 of that, and this is called The Swarm War, Darkness 3, and we got Luke looking very, woo! He looks very wizardry. He looks like he's from the Black Cauldron here. The Chiss-Killik border war is threatening to engulf the entire galaxy, raising the awful specter of the Killik sweeping across space to absorb all living creatures into a single hive mind. That's a lot for me to take in. Like, I don't know what I just read. The only hope for peace lies within the Jedi, who must not only end the bloodshed between two fierce enemies, but also combat the insidious evil spread by the elusive Dark Nest and its unseen queen. Leia's newly acquired Jedi skills will be put to the ultimate test in the coming life and death battle. As for Luke, he will have to prove in a lightning display of force strength and swordplay that he is beyond a shadow of a doubt the greatest Jedi Master in the galaxy. Next up, my husband even found some hardcovers. So take a look at this here. This is about Jason Solo. It's called Sacrifice by Karen Travis. Ooh, look at this. Civil war rages as the Galactic Alliance, led by Cal Omos and the Jedi forces of Luke Skywalker, battles a confederation of breakaway planets that rally to the side of rebellious Corellia. Suspected of involvement in an assassination plot against Queen Mother Tenel Ka of the Hapes Consortium, Han and Leia Solo are on the run, hunted by none other than their own son, Jason, whose increasingly authoritarian tactics as head of the GA security have led Luke and Mara Skywalker to fear their nephew may be treading perilously close to the dark side. Oh, this is like fun family fiction. You know, the whole family's together. But as his family sees in Jason the chilling legacy of his Sith grandfather, Darth Vader, many of the frontline troops adore him, and countless citizens see him as a savior. The galaxy have been torn apart by too many wars. All Jason wants is safety and stability for all, and he's prepared to do whatever it takes to achieve that goal. To end the bloodshed and suffering, what sacrifice would be too great? That is the question tormenting Jason. Already he has sacrificed much, embracing the pitiless teachings of Lumia, the Dark Lady of the Sith, who has taught him that strong will and noble purpose can hold the evil excesses of the dark at bay, bringing peace and order to the galaxy, but at a price. For there is one final test that Jason must pass before he can gain the awesome power of a true Sith Lord. He must bring about the death of someone he values dearly. What troubles Jason isn't whether he has the strength to commit murder. He has steeled himself for that and worse if necessary. The question is who the sacrifice should be. I'm hitting my head because sometimes when these legend books are like good, and you think of the story and you're like, oh, I really like it, it does kind of make you mad at Disney. Okay, so next is Invincible. This is another legacy of the Force book, so let's see if it deals with Jason again. No war can last forever. Oh, and this is by Troy Denning, so we've had a few by him. No war can last forever. Now, in the long and punishing battle between the defiant champions of the new Jedi Order and the juggernaut that is the Galactic Alliance, the endgame is finally at hand. With so much lost and nothing less than the course of the future still at stake, there can still be no turning back, no matter the consequences. The rebel cause is losing ground under the twin blows of Admiral Galad Pellaeon's assassination and the death of Mara Jade Skywalker. At the same time, having gained the support of the Imperial Remnant and its ruthlessly efficient forces, the Galactic Alliance, with the extraordinary power and dark brilliance of the newly ascendant Sith Lord Darth Caedus at its helm, may be unstoppable. Tormented and torn between the call of duty and the thirst for vengeance, Luke has searched the Force and beheld an unspeakable vision of the galaxy enslaved under tyranny more monstrous than even Palpatine's. Now it seems that the last best hope lies in mobilizing the scattered Jedi for one decisive search and destroy mission. The objective? Eliminate Darth Caedus. It's a plan that will be as difficult and dangerous to execute as it is daring, for Caedus is a scion of both Skywalker and Solo bloodlines, so that must be Jason. Jason must become Darth Caedus. I like this so much better. The Force, whose command the Force surpasses even that of his grandfather, Darth Vader. Yes, yes, yes. There's only one who is bound by destiny to stand against him, and what will surely be a duel to bring the death. Only one with an outside chance of bringing down the Dark Lord who was once Jason Solo. I love this. I love this. I love where this is all going. There's like a give and take with these books. Like you enjoy them, but then you mourn a little of like the stories that were, and they're still there, but they're not, because you have this new canon now. But those were, so all these ones were what we found, or my husband found, at the thrift store today. It's pretty exciting, yes. And you know, so I wanted to share them with all of you guys. Now, we really love being a part of the Star Wars book Facebook groups. It's like we're all just Star Wars loving book fans post their finds and their bookshelves, what they're reading, and they ask for advice, and it's really great. So I'm hoping I'll be able to post this haul in there. And if you've read any of these and you think there's one I should start with, let me know. But for now, I gotta start planning on how I'm gonna expand this shelf, because we got a book windfall. Thanks for watching, guys. This is part of my Bookmas in July, where I'm posting daily videos here on this channel, Wrestling with Books. So I'd appreciate if you come back tomorrow and see what else I have going on. See you then.